Senators are taking group photos in the Senate chamber. The mood is sort of light, and we have an air of excitement in the Senate as they are holding a valedictory session to mark the second anniversary of the Senate at 2. Now that's the Senate spokesman. He is in front of the lawmakers as they're taking a group photograph. Several lawmakers. We're seeing the Senior Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly Matters, Senator Itainang. He is in the Senate chamber, and he's also participating in the valedictory session of the second anniversary of the Senate, of the 8th Senate. Now, there were several promises which the Senate made, the leadership of the Senate made at the beginning of the 8th Assembly. One of those promises was that the National Assembly was going to make its budget open, and it did that over a month ago. It made public its expenditure profile. And the National Assembly also promised that it is going to pass the petroleum industry bill before the expiration of the 8th Assembly, and it has started that, though it hasn't completed the process, as only one part of the PIB has been passed. That's the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill. It is expected that the remaining 3 parts of the Petroleum Industry Bill would be passed before the expiration of the 8th Senate.
Mr. President, the Senate is now ready for today's proceedings. It is a happy day for us today. Thanks.
Leader Wilson.
Mr. President, thank you so much.
This is the valedictory session to mark the second anniversary of the Senate. Now, this is the Senate Majority Leader. He's making a presentation.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the motions as moved by the Senate Leader that the Senate now will commence the valedictory session to mark the beginning of the second stanza of the Senate after the leadership of the government. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that we do begin the valedictory session,
To mark the end of the second year anniversary of the 8th Senate. Those in favor of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, I invited, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am immensely pleased to welcome you to this special session on the second anniversary of the 8th Senate. Distinguished colleagues, I invited, yes, today is a historic day for many reasons. First of all, today marks the celebration of our deliberate democracy, an immense opportunity to be part of an enduring legacy of political tolerance, engagement, participation, and commitment. We are 2 years on this saddle, and it's been 2 years of productive lawmaking period. This current Senate has made progress on every front and therefore deserve to mark this day as a special. When we started, I knew the made the Senate stop and a desire to make a difference. Though we inherited a legacy that created in some minds cynicism and despotism, we are undeterred, irrespective of an unending barrage of violent attacks and unprovoked aggression. The 8th Senate marched on with its focus on its main responsibility, which is to make laws for the peace and good governance of the Federation. This we have done together, erasing records and setting new ones. Today, the 8th Senate has passed 96 bills in just 2 years, eclipsing the highest ever in the history of the National Assembly, a record held by the 5th National Senate after passing 65 bills within the same period of time. For us in the 8th Senate, it's not just about the number of bills passed, but more importantly, the impact of these bills. This is why we have paid more attention to laws that will give our people opportunity to prosper and create jobs. I sincerely congratulate every one of you for putting in the shift to ensure we pass these bills. We have taken on the toughest bills and challenges affecting our unity, welfare, and security of our people, and a necessary platform for a greater Nigeria economy. From the Nigerian Railway Bill, to the Public Procurement Bill Act Amendment, to Nigerian Ports and Harbour Bill, to Nigerian Road Authority Bill, to Inland Waterway Bill, Competition and Consumer Protection Bill, Secure Transaction and Immovable Assets Bill, Independent Warehouse Regulatory Bill, Bankruptcy and Insolvency, Electronic Transactions Bill, and these and many more have been the highest compendium of economic reforms ever undertaken by any administration in the history of our country. We are taking it one by one. We are laying the foundation for a new Nigeria economy to emerge, one that is empowering the private sector and that is liberal. On the issue of improving the lawmaking process, we have not been afraid to push the boundaries of convention. That is why the 8th Senate can be credited as having initiated the first ever National Assembly joint public hearing on the budget. The 8th Senate broke the 12-year jinx